So I wasn't gonna vlog, but I guess I will. Also, look who's here, just waiting outside of our door. The neighborhood menace. I mean, I shouldn't talk about her like that. Like, honestly, she really is so sweet. I'm debating on whether I should call a taxi today. I'm not trying to sweat. It's not given today's a day of sweating. Today I'm sitting in my femininity. So I am at a restaurant that I stopped at really quick to grab something to eat. I did also go grocery shopping. I got Selfie. Oh, I don't have my mic. That dog is over there jumping up on people's table and they're looking at me. They think it's my dog. Just so you know, the grande perro, it's not mine. No, it's not mine. Okay. I did what I could. All right, I felt inspired to step out and take some pictures. I never used to be a selfie person, but lately I've been taking selfies. Well, specifically because I need to start taking selfies to make good quality thumbnails for my YouTube videos. But ever since I started taking them, I'm like, hold up. They come out really well. And like I looked up some TikTok videos to see how to take the best selfies and it's been working. So I'm gonna show you. So just now I was like inspired to step out into the sun really quick and take some because obviously the lighting's not good in here. And here's how they came out. I'm gonna edit these and see what I got. But anyway, when I was done taking my selfies, I came back in here and my food was at the table. They didn't just leave it, they were letting me know it was here. So I got the catch of the day or the fish of the day, arroz. Their rice here is so good. And veggies. And then this is agua de Jamaica, which I almost didn't get because I don't like agua de Jamaica that much. But this one has cinnamon. It is the best agua de Jamaica I have ever had in my life. Let me dig in. And then I'm going to turn off the camera because I'm actually watching something on YouTube and I want to get back to that. Delicious. Oh my gosh, so much meat. The restaurant that I'm at is called Sushiro. I really enjoy it here. This is my second time coming. I don't really want to like frequent the same places too often. I want to try new places, but it was worth coming back here. In my last vlog, I was just talking about like how easily I fall into that trap of isolating. But lately, what's been getting me out of the house is that I haven't had groceries. I'd go out in the evening so I could eat, but now that I have groceries. Once you tap into God's love, the power that you emit and the power that you contain is almost uncontainable. I was having this conversation just now. Well, I was having it while I was at dinner, and it's still continuing now, where somebody was asking me, and I just say somebody because I don't feel the need to like put out my people's business, but somebody was asking me when I affirm compliments to myself, do I find that people out in the real world return those same compliments? And the answer is yes, absolutely. And I was explaining to her, not only do I control my mind, I control other people's mind as well. And that sounds so taboo. That sounds so unethical. But the thing is, when you operate in God's love, when you operate in righteousness and integrity, when you have good intentions, yes, of course, anything could be used for good or bad. Anything. Look at the internet. Look at social media. Look at the World Wide Web. Anything can be used for good or bad. But when you do it with love, I feel like I hear a bug. When you do it with love, you will be met with love in return. So I don't use my power maliciously. I don't use my power unethically, and I don't use it like it's a responsibility. Basically, this is what I do. Anytime I have a nasty encounter with somebody, like people just get nasty, and I am one of God's favorite daughters. So anytime I'm met with like rudeness or hatred, I immediately rebuke it. Because why are you treating me like that? I'm a daughter of God's. And I'm not treating you like that. So why are you treating me like that? So anytime I have an encounter like that, I automatically alchemize. And I automatically turn it into, that was not a personal attack towards me. Whatever they're going through, it projected a little bit, but it was not personal to me. As a matter of fact, they love me. I do that all the time. And then that same experience that I just had with that person, the next time I encounter them, whether it's 5 minutes later, 5 days later, 5 months later, it's irrelevant. Time is very irrelevant. The next time I encounter them, it is a 180-degree difference in how they respond to me. And using this power, I have had people that were my worst enemies coming up, oh, Jasmine, give hugs and kisses. And it's not that I'm looking for hugs and kisses from my enemies, but I am always looking to resolve conflicts. I'm not one for conflict. I'm not one for confrontation. It's just not my style. So I'm never going out of my way to have somebody hugging and kissing on me who just a week ago was talking shit. That's not the point. But the point is, they're always going to meet me at the frequency of love, because that's where I vibrate. So instead of me going down to where they are, I just have the ability to bring people up to where I am. And that comes from understanding how to access God's love, unconditional love, allowing it to radiate and permeate your entire being and your essence, and then you can call it forth in any situation that you're in. So any situation, it doesn't even have to be another person, any situation that I'm dealing with that is causing me any type of distress, I call on God's love. I literally say, God, I send this situation, I send this person your peace and your unconditional love. And the way that I watch things transform before my eyes is insane. It's a power that we have. It's a power that, honestly, I'm not even going to sit here and say it's a huge responsibility, because if you're not operating out of the frequency of integrity and God's love, it's not going to work anyway, because that's the whole point of it. So I really don't even need any major disclaimers of like, oh, this is mind control, oh, this is witchcraft. Like, that's not even possible. You're literally connecting to God to even have this, to even exert this power. And it really just goes down to the ideology that we create our own realities. It's, along those same lines, but it's the fact that I'm like, maybe that's just how I internalize it, and how it makes sense to me is that I'm throwing God into it. I'm calling on God to get my results. I'm not calling on my own conscious mind. And maybe that's what empowers it so much. Maybe it's just the belief that I put behind it. But either way, it works wonders. So yes, I compliment myself before I receive a compliment from the real world. And then whatever I compliment myself on, the real world mimics it. I transmute altercations. I transmute situations, everything. And it's always with God's love. It's available in all of us and for all of us. It's just a matter of truly believing that that's what you're tapping into, having the intention to tap into it, and having the wisdom to tap into it. Yeah, we are what we say we are. This is something that I think about every single day. I am what I say I am. I include this in my prayer. I say, thank you, God, that I am what I say I am. I am greatness. I am successful. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am loved. I am cherished. Every single day. The thing about affirmations, okay, so then the person that I was texting, they asked me, how do I hone in on this power? Is it more than just affirmations? And my response to that was, no, it's affirmations, but the goal is to get to a point where you genuinely believe your affirmations. You have to believe yourself. It's not enough to just affirm things. You need to get things. You need to understand, what is your subconscious mind's language? How does your subconscious mind like to receive its information? How can you feed information and wisdom and beliefs to your subconscious mind and it actually grasps it? For me, I used to actually do rituals, candle burning rituals. And I know that's a little bit taboo, but during that period where I was doing this, and let me tell you something, I always and only begin a ritual by first calling on the Most High God. I would go into my prayer session, so I would spend 40 minutes to 90 minutes with God first, always first. And then I would light my candle. I would, maybe like script, like journal my intentions, whatever the case may be. Again, this was still quality time with God, whether it sounds godly or not. There's nothing else I was idolizing. There's nothing else I was praying to. I would just use resources that are provided by God, by the way, and have things with me that were physical. So for me, I like to watch a specific color. I used to enjoy watching a specific colored candle burn, or I enjoyed lighting incense and watching the smoke rise as if my words are reaching the heavens through the smoke. You know what I mean? Like different things like that. So basically having a visual of what I was manifesting or what I was releasing, and having those practices under the Most High God's name and watching my manifestations come to pass, it made me a really good manifester. It allowed me to really believe in myself and believe in how God will move for me when I speak things into existence. Now I'm at a point where I don't do any sort of rituals or anything. Well, I do still use incense. These are jasmine incenses specifically. And I chose jasmine because I said, God, this pilgrim I'm going on, it's all about me and you. So I got the jasmine scent. So I threw it all away, the candles and everything. Not because I don't believe in it, not because I started feeling conflicted about doing it. It never became like a taboo thing for me in my spirit, but it did become a thing where I realized I don't need this anymore. I'm so good at manifesting. I believe in myself so much. I believe in how you'll move for me, God, so much now that I don't need to watch a candle burn. I'm not against it at all. I'm just not. As a Black woman, hoodoo is in my roots. As a Black woman in America, hoodoo is in my roots. Not to be mistaken with voodoo. I don't call on deities. But I'm literally not encouraging rituals and stuff like that because I know how taboo of a topic it can be. I was just sharing that. It's just so important that we figure out what our individual subconscious minds require to get to a point where you can speak something and automatically believe it. Because realistically speaking, sometimes the Bible is just not enough for everybody. Because if it were, every Christian would be rich. Every Christian would be healthy. Every Christian would, you know what I'm saying? But if the Bible is enough for you, excellent. If it's not, we need to figure out what is. It could be subliminal videos. It could be guided meditations. It could be whatever the case is. It's just important that you tell yourself affirmations, you do the alchemy work, and you believe yourself. That's where the power comes in, just believe in yourself. So that's where the EFT tapping, the subliminals and all that, that's where it comes into play. Those aren't the end goal. Those are how you're programming your subconscious mind. And once your subconscious mind is programmed, you can then speak things into existence. So in other words, the EFT tapping, the affirmation videos, the subliminals, the guided meditations, the yoga, whatever practice you're implementing, those are healing techniques. So you can heal your subconscious mind. Those are training techniques. So you can train your subconscious mind. And then once you've healed and trained yourself, your manifestations, just like that. They just flow in for real. So, yeah, that's that. Look at God. He gave me a message. That was nice. So I guess that's all. I don't feel the need to take it any further. I feel a little bit vulnerable having shared that I partook. I used to partake in rituals, and also having shared that about the tip about mind control. It's not about mind control. It's just about, you know how they say everybody in your reality is you pushed out. So it's not about controlling somebody else's mind, but at the same time it kind of is. Like, once you can control your own, you can control everybody in your realities. So I know that just sounds a little unethical. I don't want this to be like a controversial video or a video that turns people off who are followers of God, because please understand, I would never idolize or do anything that I've ever done that could have been like controversial or questionable. I always see how it resonates with my spirit first. There's definitely things that I've, gave a try and I was like, won't do that again. Thank you, God. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about discernment. It's about integrity. It's about intention. And it's always about putting God at the forefront of everything. Like I said, I'll spend time in prayer before I ever even light a candle. So I just want to say that. And yeah, happy manifesting, happy healing of your subconscious mind. Good night. And happy training of your subconscious mind so that you can manifest. So happy healing of your subconscious mind, happy training of your subconscious mind, and thus happy manifesting. Okay, good night.